Hello, gorgeous entrepreneur. It's Tash Corbin here, and welcome to another episode of the Heart-Centered Business Podcast. This is episode number 130, and we're talking about something really close and dear to my heart today. Denise Duffield Thomas calls it her lady mafia, and Marie Forleo calls it her inner circle. I call it a lady posse or a lady posse wolf pack. No matter which way you talk about it, there is so much power in having your close-knit, amazing network of other like-minded, like-hearted women. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I really do believe that the power of a lady posse goes well beyond having a cheer squad and support network. Yes, those things are amazing, and it is so good to be able to feel like you have a close-knit group of other women who totally get what you're going through and are able to cheer you on and lift you up when maybe things aren't going so well. But it's not just about having a cheer squad, and particularly in my world, in the Tash Corbin world, the power of a lady posse is actually fundamental to all of our success. And if we remember that a rising tide lifts all ships, how powerful is it to surround yourself with other women who are ready for more, who are looking for more, who are high vibe, and who have your back as you walk through this intense personal development journey of starting an online business. So I've come up with 4 really core benefits or reasons why you would want to have an amazing lady posse, and particularly a lady posse wolf pack, which I call like the more inner circle of the people that are in your network, particularly when you're working online. Number 1 is the energetic benefits. So I don't know about you, but when I hang out in a room of really high vibe women, I feel so amazingly energized. I run retreats here in my home on the Sunshine Coast, and I run really beautiful intimate retreats where I bring 3 women together for 3 days. And running those retreats is so good for me because hanging out with these amazing high vibe women, talking about beautiful, bold, ambitious businesses and strategizing on how we're going to be able to create an amazing future not only for ourselves, but also for our families and our communities and the world, is just so high vibe to me. And we all know you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So having those high vibe women who understand you and are ambitious just like you, who are high vibe, I just think it's so powerful. And I absolutely think it does make a difference to the results that I achieve in my business and the way that I work in my business as well. Number 2 is having a shared understanding, a shared lens through which you look at the world, and a shared language as well. I mean, if I talked to my sister or my aunts or my other friends who I call them muggles that are still working in corporate roles, my muggle friends, about some of the things that I talk about in my business, they would honestly think I was a little bit crazy, like I'd gone a little bit off the edge. I mean, I use crystals and oracle cards these days. I go to a kinesiologist regularly. I join masterminds. All of these things that I'm doing in the online business world. And when you surround yourself with a lady posse mafia or a lady posse wolf pack, this is normal. This is business as usual. And so you have that shared lens of looking at the world. And so understanding the importance of mindset or talking to people about your money blocks, all of those sorts of things. Being able to do that with like-minded people who don't look at you like you might have, taken one too many of those crazy Fruit Loop juices is really, really helpful and really does empower you to continue along that journey. So I really do think that's a really core benefit as well. Number 3 is the strategy and mindset side. So being able to say to your wolf pack, hey, I'm looking at doing this, I've got this strategy that I'm implementing, and actually getting some feedback on that is actually really helpful too. So I have a mastermind that I belong to. Whenever I make changes to my sales pages, I'll just send the link through to them and ask them to put their eyes over it and let me know what they think. Sometimes there have been some really fundamental things that I've left out of something, or in my rush to put together a great email sequence, I've forgotten to share a particular part of my message. Also, my beautiful wolf pack know about my business. They know the lens through which I'm looking to do things. And so I'll often go to them and say, oh, this opportunity has come up, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to do it. We also talk about the right conferences and events to go to. We can get feedback on courses and programs and other things that we might be investing in our businesses. So that strategy and mindset side of like the actual practical stuff is really powerful as well. And I don't just look to my immediate inner circle for that kind of support as well. I will go into the heart-centered, soul-driven entrepreneurs, which is full of my 26,000 best friends in the online business world, and I will get feedback there. So we have a day on Tuesdays, which you can use hashtag what I need, and I will go in on Tuesdays and ask some questions. You know, what are you looking for out of this space? What's your biggest challenge in this area? And I'm able to get some really great, grounded, practical insights from my Lady Posse as well. So it's really, really practical. And number 4, which is one of the things I'm most ranty about, is the Lady Posse economy. So I've spoken to people quite a bit who say, oh, the online business world is just a giant pyramid scheme. Everybody's buying from everybody. We're all just swapping the same money, and the successful ones end up at the top and everyone else down the bottom ends up with nothing. And I really don't view the online business world, and particularly the Lady Posse, through this lens at all. In fact, I think that the Lady Posse economy is this gorgeous spiral. It's not a pyramid. There's no climbing to the top. You don't have to beat someone else in order to be successful. There is so much abundance out there. There is so much opportunity for us. And in fact, the more that we create success in our own businesses, the more likely we are to provide success and help support success in other people's businesses. So a rising tide lifts all ships, but also when you start to make 10K a month in your business, for example, you might hire a virtual assistant. That person then creates success in their business. They've got more money coming in their business. So they might work with a mindset coach. That mindset coach has money coming into their business, and then they might work with someone like you. So it really is this beautiful virtuous circle. And it's not finite, it's infinite. There are always more young ladies who are ready to be part of this online business world and want to be of service and make the world a better place. There are always beautiful, elderly, amazing women who are looking to find more meaning and create amazing things in the world. There's always more muggles out there that we can recruit to this online business world and have lots of fun with. There is always more, and there are always more people. Oh my goodness, if I could pay my rent and my electricity and my supermarket bills to Lady Posse members, I would totally do that. The Lady Posse economy is an economy. And that's how economies work. We trade services for money. We trade products for money. And the more that we do that, the more our economy grows. And isn't it better that we put all the money into the hands of the Lady Posse, these beautiful, heart-centered, generous, amazing women, than some of the other people who have a lot of the money in the world right now? This is why I get very passionate about this. But it really is a beautiful benefit to being part of a Lady Posse wolf pack, the Lady Posse economy. If we can support each other, buy from each other, sell to each other, and grow this beautiful online business world, we all succeed. There's no pyramid. There's no climbing to the top. There's no winning this. It's just joining this beautiful, expanding, infinite spiral. And regardless of whether you're in the center of the spiral because you got there first, or you have just joined, you can sell and buy from each other. In the Lady Posse economy, it makes sense for me to buy kinesiology services from my kinesiologist, Claire Tate, little shout out to you there. And Claire works with me for business strategy. In the masculine dominated environment and in masculine oriented business models, masculine economies, that would never happen. You do not buy from your clients. You're up here, they're down here, you're the expert. They're the person who needs your services and you sell to them. In the Lady Posse economy, we're all peers here. Just because I'm great at business strategy doesn't mean I don't need any support from any of the people I'm helping with their business strategy. And I love that we have a peer to peer relationship when we're buying and selling to each other. Something that I love about being part of a Lady Posse as well is that when we adopt and embrace this model of business, it makes us so magnetic. Everybody wants to be part of this, and the more of the magnetic members of the Lady Posse we have, the more people we are recruiting to this way of working, showing up in the world, and delivering services. And I've got a beautiful freebie for you if you're interested in exploring this concept of becoming more magnetic and embracing this style of marketing and selling in your business. It's the Magnetic Business ebook, and it's totally free, and it takes you through this amazing metaphor. I think it's amazing metaphor about what magnets do and what you can learn from that in your business. And it's very practical. It gives you some really grounded strategies on how you can become more magnetic in the way that you sell and market in your business. You can find it with the show notes for this episode of the podcast at tashcorbin.com/130, because this is episode number 130 of the Heart Centered Business podcast. If you have any questions from today's episodes or any ahas you'd love to share with the rest of the Lady Posse, then use the hashtag podcastaha over at the Heart Centered Soul Driven Entrepreneurs Facebook group. I love seeing all of your aha moments and getting your feedback on this podcast. It really helps me to shape the way that I support and serve you in your business. So come on over to the group and share what it is that you've learned today and what you might be doing differently. Until next time, thank you so much for being part of the Heart Centered Business podcast. I've been Tash Corbin, you've been a fabulous listener, and I cannot wait to see you shine.